All right, so let's set up our Shopify store together. So my goal is to get you set up as quickly as possible. I don't want us to spend a lot of time trying to perfect our store. We want to launch with the essential pieces in place to begin going about testing our idea. After testing, we're going to begin to make adjustments and improvements to our Shopify store. So here's the essential things we'll set up together before launching our store. So first, sign up for Shopify. Then we're going to choose and install a theme. We're going to set up payments so we can get paid, set up shipping, add a custom domain, set up customer email, and a few more tips on setting up your store quickly for dropshipping. First, we need to sign up for our Shopify store. So click the link on this page to sign up. Here, you'll be able to start your store for free for 14 days. We'll be asked to choose a store name, which we can always change later, as well as provide a little bit more info on our store or business. If you wish, you can do this right now and actually follow along. Once we've created our Shopify store, we'll be logged into our Shopify store. So this is where all the fun stuff happens behind the scenes. So here you can add products, fulfill orders, see the sales for the day, configure your storefront, add sales channels, and a whole lot more. Instead of overwhelming you with everything that we can do in Shopify, I'm going to set up the essential parts with you and let you explore everything else on your own later. We can also see how our store looks at any time by clicking over to the icon on the left next to the Shopify logo. Once we click that, we'll see our store. Both of our stores will be bare bones at this point. We haven't added any imagery or copy yet. We haven't set up the look of our stores yet. We haven't even added any products. Also, I should note that at this point, your store isn't live. While you might be able to access your store, anyone else who tries to visit your store at this time will see a coming soon page. We'll disable this page later when we launch. Let's select a theme for our store to give it a much more professional look, which we will be able to further customize within the theme editor later. So first, click Online Store, and under Online Store, you'll see Themes. On the Themes page, click Visit Theme Store, and then here we'll be taken to the theme store. Right now, let's get a free theme installed on our store, so you can explore the paid themes if you want later. There's a lot of amazing free themes to choose from, so take the time to look through each theme, preview them on your store, and choose the one that best suits the look you're going for. As a reference, I would look at the online stores that I think are great and choose a theme that's similar to that. So keep it simple too. I'm going to choose the free theme Venture. So click Install Theme. Once I click Install, I'll be asked to publish the theme. I'll click Publish as my store's theme. So let's take a look at our newly published theme. Again, click the icon towards the top left, and much better than the default theme, right? Again, it's still very bare bones. Once we've added a few more products, further customize our theme and add some copy, it will look more like a store I'd want to shop at. So let's head back to Shopify and set up the payment gateways. First, you'll want to click Settings, and then under Settings, click Payments. Here we can set up Shopify Payments, change payment providers, and add payment providers. I'm going to recommend Shopify Payments as a primary payment gateway for your store. This will allow you to accept credit cards such as Visa and MasterCard on your store. Alternatively, you can use PayPal or both Shopify Payments and PayPal on your store to accept orders from your customers. If Shopify Payments is not accepted in your region, or you want to use another payment gateway to accept credit card payments, you can click Change Provider and select from a list of popular payment gateways to integrate with your Shopify store. I'm going to use Shopify Payments, so first I need to set up Shopify Payments. Click Complete Account Setup to get started. You'll then be asked to enter your business details. If you're not sure or don't have a business registered yet, I recommend setting up as an individual. You'll also be asked to attach banking information so that Shopify can pay you. Just follow the steps, fill out the forms, and you'll be ready to accept credit cards on your store. Now we'll need to set up shipping. Here is where we set up the shipping options we want to provide customers, as well as how much we'll charge for shipping at checkout on our store. So click Shipping under Settings to be taken to the Shipping Settings page. I recommend making shipping free on your store if you plan on doing dropshipping with Oberlo. We'll talk more on why later in the Oberlo 101 module. Otherwise, come back to this later once you know what you'll be selling and how much shipping will cost you. You can always set it as free for now and factor that into the cost of the product when you decide on pricing for your store. For example, if a phone case that we want to sell is $3 plus $2 shipping, we'll consider the cost of this phone to be $5 instead of $3. Then when a customer buys on our store, they'll pay the retail price of say $15, and get free shipping. Next, I recommend adding a domain to your store. Without a domain, your store's URL will be something like coryshop.myshopify.com instead of coryshop.com. To add a domain, click Online Store and then Domains. Domains with Shopify are $14 USD a year, and a great deal when you consider domain privacy is included for free. Again, I recommend considering it, especially after committing to what you want to sell. Now, let's set up our customer email for our store. This is sometimes an overlooked part to launching a new store. The customer email is where customer emails will be sent to, as well as the email address that will be used for transaction emails, such as a purchase confirmation email. So let's get back to settings, and under settings, click General. Here you'll find the general settings for your store, including your account email and customer email. I recommend changing the customer email to something like support@storename.com or storename@gmail.com. I'm sure you won't want the email you use to sign up for Shopify to be exposed to customers, especially if it's a private email address. Lastly, there are a few more things I recommend doing. First, start thinking about and creating your standard pages. So these are pages such as an About Us page, Contact Us, Refund Policy, and Privacy Policy. You don't have to complete these pages yet. You actually might want to complete them after you find a supplier, but keep in mind that these pages are important and you should be creating them before launching. Finally, go through every setting on your Shopify store. There might be a setting you never knew existed or an option you might want to change that you never knew you could. So whenever I'm trying to learn new software or a new platform, I quickly learn how to use it by simply playing around with it. And one thing I always do is I look at every single option available to me. I don't change anything, I just want to see what's available. You should do this too with Shopify, especially if it feels overwhelming to you right now. So log into your Shopify store, click Settings, and go through every single page under Settings. Even if you think you'll never want to add gift cards to your store, still click on the gift cards page and just look at it. You never know when you might see an option that you might find useful later. Do the exact same thing across other links on your Shopify store, including Online Store. Click on every single link under Online Store and explore. All right, so you're now ready to move on to one of the most exciting parts of this journey, finding products to sell and suppliers. So in the next module, we're going to go through that and more. See you there.